So, what else do we have, sir?
So, another thing, I'm a big book reader, and so...
All right, let's not get into that yet. We have The Expanse is back. The Expanse is going to be on Amazon Prime, and they showed the first episode of this new season, and they're trying to bring in the new viewers. So it was, it was very entertaining for me. I've seen maybe 3 or 4 of the earlier seasons because my wife watches it. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. We got in there. It was a fight to get in there. There was 2 long lines full of people.
I missed it.
And we get in there and they say, because we thought Jack Ryan, which we'll talk about in a second, talk about season 2. But they had Expanse first. So we watched Expanse. They had the cast there. It's and basically playing more up to the, these characters who live out in space, and now some of them are trying to get to different worlds and actually not live in spaceships, and them trying to police that and or be diplomatic. So this episode starts, and I guess I won't give anything, but that's basically what the show, it seems like this show is going. And you've watched earlier seasons, right?
Yes, Expanse is one of the best sci-fi shows there. They really try to ground a lot of stuff based on...
So you mean it's now a science fiction show because it's not a sci-fi show anymore. It's Amazon Prime. So don't say sci-fi anymore because we want Prime people to go to Amazon Prime and watch The Expanse.
It's a science fiction show, and the show is pretty good in that it's one of the better sci-fi shows, science fiction shows, in that it tried to ground stuff based on science. That's one of the great things Star Trek is. Star Trek has done a great job, and we'll talk about Star Talk when we end this. And it was a great episode of Star Talk
some
once
more
again.
Stuff for you.
But it's I know we're running out of time as usual.
No, we're doing good on time.
But the Expanse is like one of the better shows out there, and it really tackles science, space in a science type of manner. The way they use the ships, how they fight. Of course, you have to have explosions, even though we know that doesn't really happen in space because people want to see the lights and battles.
Well, everything is sort of borrowing from Alien. Alien gave the trucker aspect to the space travel.
That's definitely there. The books are great, but they're tomes. They're about 1,000 pages, and I've read several of them. And
then why are you saying there's tomes? You read several of them.
Yeah, I have.
Thank you. This is he's here for our literacy department right here. I guess him here for the comic book section. Let's keep going.
He's too much. But you liked it, and the fact that someone who is a casual viewer of it is really getting into it, that to me is great because it's such an intricate show, and it shows you the different dynamics between different worlds, Mars, Earth, the Belters, the way they go about things. And now that they've discovered new, I don't want to go into detail, but other things, you'll see. It's a great thing.
And so in that same panel, they also had Jack Ryan. Now, we weren't able to see it, but we were not able to see it. But it's coming out. Because there's conflicts. You can't do everything in a day. But just saying, we
Amazon
watched
Prime,
it, right?
You have to pay for the money. Do like what Fox is doing. Take out the Hulu theater. Take out, spend the money.
No, they showed it. I don't know what they showed. I'm saying we weren't there for it.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say, go out and check it out because we watched like the first season, right?
It was excellent.
So you guys got to go out and see it too.
What was the movie that the characters in? The silent thing?
What? Oh, you mean that? All right, we're not. You're not gonna say, you don't. You're not gonna do this to me, are you? You're not gonna not know the guy's name.
Krasinski, John Krasinski.
Then why did you say the name?
I was trying to say the silent. The movie. I forgot the name of the movie. Is it the silent? The silent?
Yes. Shush. No, it's not Shush. A Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place.
Well, that's what I mean. Why don't you say
the Silent Place?
The Quiet Place.
Okay, silent, quiet. It's the same damn thing,
All right, I'm looking up the movie.
Okay, don't. Okay.
The Silent Place didn't come up.
So, what else?
You want to do the Star Talk?
Yeah, I guess we're going to probably end on Star Talk then.
We're going to try to end on Star Talk, but there might be something else we didn't remember.
Yeah. Star Talk with our boy, actually his boy Neil deGrasse Tyson. I just want to preface this. I have serious issues with Neil.
Let's get in.
And I have serious issues with his co-host, Frank Liu, not co-host, a special guest star.
That's not. He wasn't a co-host.
That's a special guest star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who seems to be there a lot though. So it was once
again.
No,
he wasn't there last year.
No, but when you listen to the podcast,
then say that it was in the podcast. He's there because when they talk comic book stuff, he's very knowledgeable on comic book.
No, not Frank Liu. Charles Liu.
Now it's Frank Liu.
sorry. He just reminds me of Frankie. Look, Charles Liu is an astrophysicist for CUNY, based out in Staten Island, I think they said.
Yes.
And he has, I guess, a hell of a memory. He remembers everything about Wonder Woman.
Yes.
You know, he remembers all the things about Star Wars and Star Trek. And so what they were doing, they were comparing the science of Star Wars and Star Trek. Remember?
It wasn't necessarily science, like using either whatever power or suits, like the metal Uru of Thor's hammer, or Iron Man's different outfits. That's what he was doing, the science of that stuff. Was saying vibranium would actually be not necessarily a physically hard metal, but the way the property works, it just absorbs anything that hits it. So it doesn't need to necessarily be unbreakable, but once you hit it, you can't break it anyway because it absorbs anything that hits it.
All right, let's get to the real controversy. That dude
wait. We still got the idea of them talking about the weight of, Thor's hammer, and they actually calculated it what they thought it was, and someone corrected them and said it wasn't actually something it's made within a star. Right. So it could weigh next to nothing, but at the same time only Thor can pick it up. But it could be from a star, which
will be impossible to pick up.
But for Thor, that means Thor's the most powerful guy on the planet.
No, all it just means he's magically enchanted.
No, it's not. It's because of that weight. I like the fact that it's that heavy. That means Thor is more powerful than anybody.
Oh, no, I didn't like the
I like that a lot.
I heard that, and I said, you know what, let me just push that to the side. It's magically enchanted because magic allows you to do a lot of things. It defies the rules of everything. So that's why he's able to pick it up. His father, with the Odin power, has imbued it. But listen,
all right,
let's get to the controversy here.
There's no controversy.
There is controversy. The man dissed Star Wars. Like, what the hell are you talking? He dissed Star Wars. He said the Star Wars stuff was nuts.
Okay, they went through the idea that Star Trek, the warp drive, basically creates a warp bubble. And they travel within this bubble. And that's the scientific fact that it's going under.
Yes, it does.
But at the same time, it's, there's still some fantasy in there. So when you go to Star Wars,
the slander begins.
Not slander, saying the logic of it. They gave what he wanted them to just say that it worked.
Who wanted them to say that?
You.
I'm saying that. I'm
saying you're saying that.
Wait, are you? That's
I'm
hearsay. You're hearsaying. Quoting me. You can't do that.
No, I will use as I said, John Byrne. I'm mind reading what you're thinking.
What? Well, you know what? I'm blocking my mind for you reading what you think I'm going to say. I'll tell you what I'm going to say.
They said that X-Wing fighters can't work.
Because they got wings?
Wings don't work out in space.
No, they're saying you don't need wings.
And they would say basically fall off and it would be over with. Yeah. Same with the TIE fighters.
That's a bunch of crap.
But they gave you one thing back.
The space shuttle has wings.
No, okay. You could say it has fins.
So you want the side makes a difference? So if it's small, it's called fins, and if it's big, it's called wings?
It's not a wing.
This is a family show, for God's sakes, bro. Okay?
Okay. They said that in Star Wars, that there's possibly some element or some science that we, as just lowly earthers, don't understand.
I agree.
So that's what they explain.
Okay, but you see,
they explain that. What's wrong with that?
Can I say?
That's perfect.
Can I say one thing?
That's good, isn't it?
So I'm saying, look, you're right. The reason I have a whole problem with astrophysicists and creationism,
they're smarter than you.
No, they're actually not,
no,
because
they're a lot smarter.
Since I was a child, there were 9 planets in the world.
Oh God!
And now there are only 8 planets.
They commented on that on the show.
Yeah. And he wants to equate people who believe that the 9th planet is what do they call it now? A dwarf planet or something like that. Mm-hmm. Before it just used to be some extra solar thing. Now it's a dwarf planet now because they're just trying to butter us up. But the point of the matter is that they keep changing. First is the Big Bang. There's no Big Bang. I'm not saying the work they're doing is important, but we can't believe everything they say. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Yes, it is.
You're saying that if they're wrong.
No, I said you can't believe.
If you're saying that they're wrong, then we can't believe them.
I'm just
saying they have a theory. That's why it's called a theory.
I'm saying that they have a theory and they're evolving the theory until the theory may not. This is the theory they have for now, but the theory may change.
Hawkins did.
And the theory may change.
A fellow scientist said he'd always overshoot, and some of his way he overshot they would fill in the gaps and they figured things out.
Right.
It's a theory.
Okay, I'm just saying. That's it. Look, what he said in Star Wars that the warp, when they fly out and they go into warp and they come back out, it doesn't work like Star Trek. Why not? You know?
It doesn't.
It does.
No, there's
We don't
cool
know
effects.
everything.
The
It's like
cool
that
effects, all the sounds, all that stuff. All of that stuff adds to what the thing is. The movie maker. They're watching World War II fights and putting it into the movie. We're not talking about science here. We're talking about what's cool. It can be cool and not scientifically sound. Superman is not scientifically sound.
All I'm saying is that all the possibilities we don't know because there's many things we have yet to fully develop or understand. What we currently understand, yes, is not possible in the development. Just like the people who, before there was space, before there was flight, didn't believe it was possible to fly. Just because it wasn't. Yeah, I'm going down it.
He's really trying to do this.
But you know what? We continue. We had a great time at Comic-Con.
Keep going.
No,
we
got to wrap it up.
No, we don't have to wrap it up yet.
We're going to go to Comic-Con. We got to. So, so let's wrap it up and say what we got to say. How did you like, in the overall, how did you like Comic-Con?
I mean, Comic-Con is always good. Comic-Con is, it's always entertaining. It's always a struggle to walk around, but there's always great people around there. There's always great cosplayers. The fact that they're always ready to interact and allow people to take photos and allow us and everyone else to share it with everyone. I think that's the camaraderie of being a fan. And I mean, I haven't talked to that many people. I've talked with more people than normal in this one. I've met more people, and it's a very entertaining time, and it brings us fans. And we're not all fans of the same thing.
No, we're not.
Some people are fans of astrophysicists. Some people are fans. I mean, they had someone there. Someone didn't understand the difference between Marvel and DC. They said Superman when they were supposed to be a Marvel character. So,
well, I just want to say thank you everybody for showing up for Spinner Rock. We had a great time at Comic-Con.
Yes,
check us out on IG. Check us out on MNN. Check us out on BK.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back. We still not done.
I don't know why you.
They told me.
No, they didn't do that.
Yes, they did.
They didn't.
Yes, they did.
We're looking at that. Well, at the same time, let me go back to my soliloquy about the fans and the families coming together. Because tomorrow is Sunday. It's Family Day, and at Family Day, you bring your kids, you dress them up, you have fun, you allow people. Barry doesn't like to do it, but he sometimes takes pictures of families.
Pure accident.
Gosh, I can't do it with them. Can't do it with them. But I mean, it's Family Day, so. And at the same time, I'm not sure about the scalpers. I would worry about that. But it is a rat race to get tickets. It's really a tough thing of getting tickets, fan verification. But this is all because of the scalping and all this other stuff.
But I got to say one thing. This year didn't feel quite as crowded as some of the other years. Okay?
I mean, yeah. No, it felt as crowded as it's always been.
No, I didn't feel the same.
Artist Alley, just as crowded. Thursday, crowded. Then you go, there's pockets where it's not crowded. All the main traffic, crowded.
Traffic, yes. I think traffic flow definitely needs to be better designed.
No, the first day we feel, because no one knew that Ryan Reynolds was there, the smartest thing they could do. So that's the smartest thing you could do is not tell him he's there, or else that thing would have been filled.
I know. Well, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming back to our annual Comic-Con recap. You usually say something when I say recap. You call it something else?
Oh my God! This
is
our live show.
Our live show. Check us out on MNN. Check us out on BCAT. Check us out on BronxNet. Check us out on IG. That's Insta. That's Spinnerack _ YouTube. Come check us out. Support us. Spinnerack.
We'll have more on Comic-Con.
Out. Good show. Petey, the whole point is dynamic and having a fun time. Why are you still growling? What is the growling, man? Let me go take you out to Chipotle for dinner. Okay?
I hope we're not on TV now.
We're not on TV now.
Because that camaraderie thing.
Oh, snap. Yo, sexy baby, what's rocking? I'm here with Petey. Say hi, Petey.
Hi, Petey.
You called us in the middle of a live show, honey.